guys haven't seen this part of the garden lately, it has suffered. We got a lot of rain that pounded it after it was planted, and we also got 2 freezes that went down into the mid to low 20s. But surprisingly, not everything is dead. It just doesn't look particularly happy. This is poor soil, obviously. But it's time to come in here and thin some of it. So I figured, you know, I've been doing a lot of weird stuff on this channel. The last video was kind of weird. Okay, let's not do any more weird stuff. I'm just gonna come over to this little garden and thin some turnips. Definitely won't go back and do the same thing that we've been doing every time in the little experimental grocery row gardens. We're definitely not gonna do anything over there. We're just gonna stay here and thin. Thanks for joining me. I'm David the Good.
Buried my rabbit beneath the cherry tree. One fine after.
All right, come on over here. I'll show you what I'm thinning. Got some turnips here that were quite obviously overseeded. It's better to overseed than to underseed. Still, we have gaps, but I'm gonna give them, you know, a few inches in between each one. They've got space on each side, so they ought to be fine. But I'm taking out some of the weaker ones here, and we'll just let the big ones make turnips. Now I could eat all these greens if I so desired. Problem is, the soil is so gritty that washing the turnip greens out is just ridiculous. Like, they're just covered with this. It's not like Florida sand. It's finer. It's got this weird powderiness to it, and it kind of acts clayey when it gets wet. See how they're starting to form. But then it sticks to everything like glue. It's very weird. This here got washed out. This area, you can see there's a rut right here. I came back with a wheel hoe and hoed my way through these rows. But you could still see the damage. Got some rye that planted itself in here. Got washed over. Look at these big gaps. If I had something to transplant there, I would. Radishes. They're actually making radishes. Look at that. These may have enough space to get by and make radishes. Not sure. All right, I'm not going to subject you guys to watching me thin this entire row. Let's go over to the other garden and plant something. Yes, we're back in these rows. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of videos where I just do things in these rows. The grocery row garden, the no grass garden. But Rachel, this grass, no grass. So this is the Berry Row. This is Berry Boulevard. Apple Avenue is here. And then this is Rosaceae Row. And this is a chase tree down at the end. And red and purple.
Red and purple.
Red and purple, you want that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got red canna lilies. I love canna lilies. I will let you plant them.
You ready? Around the chase tree?
Yes. Just,
How many?
how deep do they want them buried? Pointy
You
side
don't know
up.
off the top of your head?
Pointy side up. It's got to be at least a couple inches.
You have to know. You can't look it up.
You can't look it
You're
up.
supposed to know.
Don't read the labels.
No, you tell me. Tell me what to do.
It's not manly.
Pointy side up. So how many?
Oh, they're gonna do great. Just make sure that they're buried enough that when the next frost comes, it doesn't take their tops off.
So-
just bury them a little low. You see that?
So completely bury them,
Yes. Give them an inch or two of soil on top.
and
That'll
then
be fine.
how many around the chase tree? And
We've
how
got
far
3.
away? Oh, we have 3. So in a like triangle-y thing.
Triangle
How far
thing.
away?
Sure.
Like 2 feet away?
That's good. And stick one wherever you want.
Okie doke. Foot and a half or so. That looks like a foot and a half. Alrighty.
When the potting soil in the bags that you get is better than anything that you've ever gardened in here,
Where do they get this stuff? Where do they get potting soil?
they make it in Canada.
In Canada.
We also have Echinacea butterfly mix. I don't know what color these are going to be. Probably some more purple.
This is not working.
Let's see if these things live. I don't know. It looks very
There we go.
risky. It says there's 3 roots in here. I'm not seeing 3 roots. That's it? Oh, that's risky. There is a moldy root in here.
One moldy root. Okay.
Oh no, there's a few moldy roots. There's no way. That is dead, dead, dead. It's like spongy. You know, there's no life in that. But one of them might have been alive. That's disappointing. I want my $5 back.
Did you plant them?
Yep.
These little baby asparaguses. They're very dry.
Let's see, your closest canna was over
One,
here.
2, yeah, right there. So I've got
So you
3,
can start here,
looks
one.
like. I'm
Yeah.
guessing. No, is it unless this is one plant? No? Okay, they're rubber banded. We did do some asparagus
There are
already.
5 here.
But I'm kind of new to asparagus. So they look kind of like you're planting an octopus.
The other thing I've got here, 15 pounds of potatoes. These are Lesotho potatoes. I am going to plant them. Because these are not long-term, we can just stick them in anywhere in between stuff. We don't have to worry that much about, oh shoot, that's gonna get too big and, you know, get in the way of the asparagus or whatever. They'll be gone before the asparagus are anything. I made the mistake of growing sweet potatoes around the base of blueberries before, and the blueberries did not like that. They did not like that root disturbance and really failed to thrive. So I quit doing that. But I'm planting potatoes next to this blueberry because this is a young one. 90 days, it's barely gonna have its roots there by the time I pull the potatoes. So I'm not worried.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna do that in the future. I'm gonna stop planting that berry row for now with Rachel, and we're gonna plant these cannas in another section in the next row. And the reason for that is that it is going to hit freezing again. And these guys have been sitting out of the ground, so I might as well bury them so they'll get through the freeze okay. Otherwise, I'd have to bring them up on my porch. It just makes sense, since I'm already out here, to go ahead and break them up and plant them. I love canna lilies for multiple reasons. they're very cheerful plants. They also have edible tuberous roots. There's a lot of fiber in them, but there's a there's one of these wild dewberries or blackberries or whatever, and the thorns keep breaking off as I'm trying to get in here. They've got these big fat roots, which are edible. A lot of starch in them, so it's hidden calories in the ground. You could eat these raw if you want to. I have. You can eat them cooked, raw, whatever. But, you know, not a lot of people would think, oh goodness, that's food, but that's food. So there's a benefit there, as well as being cheerful. And another benefit of Cannas is that they are a good chop and drop. They make a lot of leaves. They're very vigorous, usually. Depends on the variety. They grow nice and fast, and you could chop them and drop the leaves again and again if you want. They're also good animal fodder, rabbit fodder, whatever. But yes, we've got some good cannas here to plant. And you can just break up the roots and put them out. They're a lot like ginger, or even like bananas, the way they have bulbs. Man, there's a lot of cannas here. The neighbor decided they were tired of them, and her son said, David, you want some of those blooming things? They look kind of like they've got banana leaves. I said, yes, I do. I've got a use for them. There we go. We already got some chop and drop. We're gonna stick these around this Robinson flowering crabapple, which, if it doesn't make big enough fruit, we will graft onto it. But this is the part of the soil building system here. These cannas, they're gonna go in there and, yeah, they're just gonna go in there and build some soil. Do it! Do it! Build! And they are really chemtrailing us today. There's nine going through the sky at this point. Wow. Everything's fine. Go back to your garden, citizens. I'm cutting grass like I just don't care. Don't have a scythe, but I cut with style. Put the grass in a nice big pile. Chop and drop and rake and take. Good gardeners don't take a break. Soon my compost will be full. Cutting grass like an aminal. Cutting down grass like an...
How much more of this do we have? Because it's getting cold.
Keep working. We have to ping the algorithms. You got it. It's perfect.
You stole my hole, man. Dude.
Like an amino, like an amino. Oh, I'm cutting down grass like an amino, like an amino, like an amino, yeah.
Thanks for joining us as we, yet again, worked on the same rows that we've been working on for the last, I don't know, too long. But it's all going to be worth it because we're going to just keep planting and planting and planting, and eventually all this stuff will come up and it's going to look beautiful, and eventually the cold will go away and we won't be freezing anymore, and it will be spring eventually. And we're gonna keep filming videos until that happens, doing the same old stuff over and over again. So please like and subscribe, and join us as we continually work on the same gardening system for a really long time. The 1000% original gardening system. I'm David.
And I'm Rachel.
And until next time, may your thumbs always be green.
I buried my rabbit beneath the cherry tree one fine afternoon. Someday I know that we'll meet again.
This is too cold for tropical people. Oh yeah, we're recording. Thanks for joining us on this perfectly normal episode. I'm David.
I'm Rachel.
And we hope you had fun.
Yes. And don't freeze.
And buy stonks. All right.
This is what you get when you don't have a script. Script writer got frostbite.
Yeah. Okay, you gotta stop doing that. That's a weird sound.